Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, August 29th, 2016. Looking at the next few days, the main fire potential impacts will be some dry lightning late on Wednesday, along with some gusty winds and low relative humidities on Tuesday and Wednesday. The lightning will be across the area highlighted in red, and the winds will be across the areas highlighted in orange. And we are looking at those wind gusts in the 15 to 30 mile per hour range. Over the past 24 hours, there was really not much in the way of precipitation across the Great Basin, a few showers across the southeast. You can see on the lightning map that, there were a few strikes across the southern part of the Great Basin, but really not too much in the way of lightning. So, as far as fire activity across the Great Basin, some light initial attack overnight, and we also have some larger ongoing fires. Taking a look at precipitation, you can see the southern part of the Great Basin has some areas that are well above normal. If we look at the map on the left, these areas are in the purples and blues, which is, above 150% of normal. However, if you look at the rest of the Great Basin, it's pretty significantly below normal, with many areas that have seen no precipitation over the past 7 days. And then if we look further back at the past 30 days, which is the map on the right, you can still see that the southern parts of the Great Basin are at or above normal, but really much of the rest of the Great Basin is well below normal compared to where they should be with precipitation. So it is no surprise with the dry conditions we've had that ERCs are quite high across the northern two-thirds of the Great Basin. If we look at GB4, which is southwestern Idaho, you can see from this chart here on the right that ERCs are climbing and they're almost at record values. GB6 is also has some very high ERCs. You can see they're trending upwards on the green line, where typically this gray line, which is average, shows ERCs starting to trend down this time of year. And so with this hotter, drier weather we've seen, ERCs are definitely well above normal. Live fuel moistures also paint the same picture. Live fuel moistures are quite dry. 3 of the sample sites highlighted here show live fuel moistures at or below normal. So looking at the weather, the satellite this morning shows a low pressure system just to the southeast of Utah, with a secondary low pressure system off to the west of Canada. For this afternoon, we have nothing too significant. We're not highlighting anything as far as a significant fire potential. Some drier air moving into the Great Basin from the southwest. And if we look in a little more detail, this map on the right shows wind gusts. You can see maybe some winds in the 20 mile an hour range across western Nevada, but overall winds will be pretty light across the Great Basin today. Relative humidities are quite dry, with much of the area below 15%. Moving into Tuesday, we'll start to see winds picking up across the area. You can see from the map on the left that across western Nevada, winds are going to be moving into that 20 to 30 mile an hour range. Relative humidities will also be quite low tomorrow across much of the area. And there is the potential for some isolated showers and thunderstorms across the far northern part of our area. On Wednesday, that low pressure system will make its way closer to the area, increasing winds, and so you can see that we are highlighting winds across western Idaho on Wednesday. There is also some concern for dry lightning across portions of the area, and so you can see the areas highlighted in red on the map are areas where there is concern for dry lightning. These two Utah zones, it'll probably be the northern half of those zones that have the greatest potential for dry lightning. And looking in a little more detail, you can see some gusty winds expected on Wednesday, along with those showers and thunderstorms that we were describing in the last slide. So the 3-day precipitation accumulation map doesn't have anything too significant, but it kind of highlights this area where there is some concern for those drier thunderstorms, mainly on Wednesday. On Thursday, winds will continue to be enhanced across the areas that low makes its way into the Great Basin. We'll also see some moisture returning into the eastern part of the Great Basin. And then on Friday, much drier air makes its way into the area from the west. And that continues into Saturday and Sunday as well, as that low pressure system moves off to the northeast. So the 7-day precipitation accumulation, nothing too impressive over the next 7 days. Finally, taking a look at the Climate Prediction Center 8 to 14 day outlook, you can see the below normal temperatures expected across the majority of the Great Basin, with below average precipitation across the southern part of the Great Basin and above normal precipitation across the northern part of the area. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.